Hi everybody, welcome to Mike's Classic Pinball. I am Mike. So, it's the weekend, so it's pinball time, and I haven't given a lot of love to Champ lately, so this weekend I decided to really knuckle down and do what I could on this, even though this game is really in bad shape. Now you can see behind me, and I'll show you more in a bit, I did manage to get the bottom onto the back box, and it is up, stable. It's actually super stable. It's quite nice. It looks like absolute garbage right now, but I don't have the front panel on, and I don't have it painted or very nice yet. But I do want to get that finished up so that we can get the back glass in, because Larry did get a nice back glass. And so the other big thing is I got the relay board out, and I'm going to show you more about this, but this has kind of been my big thing for the weekend, is this relay board. Mostly going through and doing some Sherlock Holmes work and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So I'm going to adjust and kind of show you everything over here, what's going on and what we're going to do. I don't have a whole lot of time this weekend. One of my grandkids is over, and my son is coming over in a little bit, so I'm not going to have a lot of time, but I wanted to at least give you guys a rundown of what the plan is, what we're going to do, and what I'm going to try and get accomplished this weekend. Okay, so here's my beautiful back box rebuild. It works. You know what? It does the trick, and a lot of actually Gorilla Glue to glue it up as well, because that expands out, because there was a lot of rot in this wood. But you know what? This actually does the trick. It works. Lots of interesting stuff going back on here. Everything seems to actually be working, but I'm still going to go through and clean it all. Now, we had an interesting thing right here. This is a coil that's been replaced. You can see on a lot of these coils, they go up and down. This one is actually sticks out sideways, and so it was shorting against the reel next to it. So I just stuck a business card in there, and I'm probably going to just replace that coil. But then, of course, we're going to go through and clean everything. We're going to make sure all of the switches are good, make sure that it's all nice. Playfield. Playfield's not spectacular. I managed to find some of the inserts. I'm still missing one or two of them. I think mainly this one is what I'm missing. I think I found the rest of them, but we've got some extras coming just in case. Obviously needs to be cleaned up. There's not a lot of touch-up really needs to be done. It just really needs a damn good cleaning. It'll be okay. We're still going to have white lines and stuff in here. I'm not going to go through everything to rebuild that or to redo that. I think we're going to be okay. But we're still going to make everything look really nice. Going to replace the cards, obviously. The plastics, actually, not in bad shape. They're a little wavy, but they're all right. We might just do a little tweaking to them, but plastics actually look really good. And the other problem I'm having, which is kind of interesting, and I need some advice, actually, is the spinner. Let me show you kind of what happens. It'll get stuck there, and it of course will start to try and short everything and fry it out. Now if it's got some momentum, about half the time it'll go through the spinner. Sometimes it will stick though. So I need to do some kind of adjustments there, but I'm not entirely sure what. If I should just replace the spinner or what we should do there. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure it out. New balls for the traps here as well, because they're a little yucky. And then, so just some general cleaning. Now, up here on the back box, a lot of damage happened to this back box when whatever the hell happened. I still need to put the brace along here that will hold the back glass when that goes in. Now, of course, cleaning everything. And like I said, I've got no GI back here at all. Oh, lovely. Look at that. There's an LED. I got no GI on the back at all, so I need to figure it out. I think it's on that relay. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. But so this is kind of where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some work on the relay board, see what I can get done. And then I'm also going to be trying to get one more video done for this guy, because looky what my friend Larry sent. We have now for we have the right pins finally that we can use to replace them. Thanks to Larry Biza for that. We're going to work on this video probably later today, but things are looking really good on this, so I'm happy about that. But for now, we're going to focus on this, and we're going to work on this and kind of see where we can get in the next little bit before everybody gets here. So wish me luck. Okay, so here we are on the relay board. And as you can see, this has been hacked up pretty good. Let me start with a couple of things. So we're going to start with back here. Obviously, there's been a lot of wiring cut, which pisses me all the way off, but that's all right. Because, well, I'll explain in a bit. Now, the first problem is this score motor was really, really sluggish. Like really sluggish. And I found out the main reason as to why. And it's actually very similar to what we were doing on the 49 Shuffle Alley. Now, how this works is on the motor itself, which is right here, there's this cam that gets pulled in basically like an electromagnet and spins the score motor when it comes in. But I don't know if you can see this, but oh, look at that action. Oh, God. Oh, it's slugging. Oh, no. Oh, dear God in heaven. So it's super gummed up. So we're going to degrease that and give it a little 3-in-1 oil so that it operates nicely. Then the score motor will be good. And of course, we're going to clean everything up here. I have chopped wires, but I'll get to that in a minute. And as we come around here, chopped wires, replaced fuse bank, and it took me forever to figure out what the fuck is going on here. This is the playfield switch I've actually used. The playfield switch was bad, so I've actually used the switch that was on that Skylab just temporarily. But new switch is coming. Larry's gotten all of the bits and parts that I need, including inserts, new switch, new rubber kit, stuff like that. Okay, so we have the credit unit and we have the... oh, come on. I need to give a shout out thanks to a couple of people, to Brian Davis and Jace Gray on the EM Pinball Forum. Ball and Play and Coin Unit. This is basically players playing. This is what dictates how many players are playing, and it's not operating well. There's actually one of the fingers on the back that was bent out. I'm going to fix that, and then it's operating okay, but it's a little sluggish. It's very sluggish, but it obviously needs to be cleaned. Now, there's a problem here. I'm pretty sure, because this is the EOS switch for this, and I'm pretty sure that, see, that stays closed when it's reset. And then when it comes down here, it's still closed. So I'm pretty sure this actually needs to go on the other side of this, like that. I should do it a little more gracefully than that, but oh well. That way, when it's going up, it now separates out, and then when it's reset, it'll close. Now I could be wrong. I just don't know for sure on this. Yeah, so we'll go through and we'll do some examination on that, find out how exactly that needs to be. This is the ball and play unit, and it is very gummy. See, it'll step up okay, but then when it resets, oh dear God, look at that action. Oh, molasses in January. How beautiful is that? So these two are going to get cleaned. Now, I'm going to obviously clean up the whole board as well. I'm going to get out my trusty stencil brush from Dollar Tree, which does really good at dusting stuff off and cleaning stuff. So I'm going to clean the whole board. And I'm going to go through the relays here. Now the relays, luckily, are still labeled. And kind of my critical ones, my big critical one is this one. This is the lock relay. Now, there's cut wiring here. This is the credit relay. This is the third shoot relay. So we've got cuts there. And we actually have switches that have no wiring going to them at all. And my conundrum with that is, usually you can tell when something's been desoldered. from a lug. These look like they've never had anything on them in the first place. So I'm kind of wondering what the hell happened there, because obviously they're not going to put a bunch of switches in here without them actually doing something. And I've got some on here as well. Again, they were just completely desoldered off, so I need to trace those. But the other thing is we've got down here, we've got this wiry, wrinkly mess down here. Obviously the fuse box has been, or the fuse holder's been replaced, and then these stupid little wire condoms all over everything. And so then we've got going, from, there's a switch on the front of the game, a new switch that they put in that goes down into this, and then also comes over to the top of the reset relay, and that reset relay actually comes over here to the ball and play unit. So all kinds of weird shit going on here, and I've got just random wires going everywhere. And the thing is, it's been done pretty half-assed. But let me kind of explain what the issue is here. I've done some tracing and I've done some kind of figuring back as to what's going on. And somebody went to an awful lot of effort to set this thing to free play. Essentially, this game will bypass credit and start the game. They've gone to a hell of a job to do it rather than just, adjusting the switch on the back of the credit unit. This is a mess. But here's where my real problem is. Whoever did this is somewhere between an idiot and a genius. Now, I say that because it works. Let me repeat that. This actually works. Not great, but it does work. I managed to get the game up and going, and I was able to play multiple runs through the game. Not well, obviously with bugs, and some of those bugs were things like, it would only kick out on the second player, not the first player. Once you got to the fourth player, it would only stay on the fourth player. General illumination was gone. And I actually found that to be this switch right here was not making contact, and I traced it back. It's the blue and the blue-red switch. And this is actually the switch that that holds closed to turn on the GI. Now, from what I can tell, the one next to it here is the one that is actually turning on the GI for the back box. I could be wrong at this point. I need to do more research, but the thing is that I now have playfield illumination. I do not have any back box illumination. It is dead. So I think it's this. I'm not entirely sure. It could be something else. I'm going to go through and see. I'm actually reading the damn schematics, but you can see lots of cut wires here. But this has all been for the purpose of setting this thing to free play. So it's a bit ridiculous. So that's going to be the plan with this. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to rebuild this. What I am going to do is I'm going to clean it up. And I'm actually going to leave it. I'm like, look at this. Look at this piece of spaghetti here. I'm just going to run wire from there to there. I'm going to actually solder these on because whoever did this there's a joke there, but I'm going to leave it be. But I'm going to get these all nice and get them connected properly. And just kind of clean everything up a little bit and take this hack job and at least make it somewhat manageable. Then I'm going to go through, clean all the switches. I'm going to clean everything on here, going to degrease the score motor, clean the switches back here. I've already checked coils are good, and then I'm going to clean these two stepper units. And that's what we're going to do on the back or on the relay board. So so we'll move forward with all of that for now. Okay, so managed to get some cleaning done down on that section of it, at least to get it free. I hit it with some degreaser. Go ahead and guess which degreaser I used, because it's the only one I ever bloody use. And guess down in the comments which one you think it is I used. But now, obviously, it wouldn't move at all. It's loosened up quite a bit now, spins very freely, so Much better. Okay, so I've been through, done some cleaning on the board, dusting, finished my coffee. We're engineers and most of us are over 40. We drink our coffee out of a jar. Isn't that how it's supposed to go? God, that was good. So, yes, I've cleaned a lot of this up. I've cleaned up some really nasty bits that were around the whole junk down by the fuse holder. This wasn't even attached, and I'm pretty sure this has to do with a lot of functions as far as the back box illumination. I think that has quite a bit to do with it, but that was just completely boned. So next thing we're going to do is going to go through and start cleaning these up. My son is here, so I don't know if I'm going to get to it. Plus, I have a little work I need to do on the 49 Shuffle Alley today. So we may be finished with this for the day, but status is that as of right now, the game is technically working. And once I get these two, I'm pretty sure we're going to be back up to full strength working, and we can start working on the mechanics. So, yeah, so thank you for joining me on this. I appreciate it. We'll get some more work done on this next week, and hopefully get to the mechanics and start with that. So I'm just looking at a couple of things here. I think everything looks all right. I was tempted to replace the lock relay, but it's ohming fine and it's working fine. So we'll get to these over the next day or two. I'll film those, but I think for now we're good. So thank you for joining me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.